All right, the Los Angeles Chargers are being linked to a star wide receiver, and it's an interesting topic that's worth diving into. Could this actually happen? Let's break it down and see what's real and what's speculation. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Bolts. Now, let's get into it. By now, you've probably heard the rumors about Garrett Wilson. Reports are swirling that if Aaron Rodgers returns for another season with the Jets, the team might face a situation where Wilson demands a trade. There's been public friction. Rodgers, after all, pushed for the team to bring in Davante Adams, and that has impacted Wilson's role. Still, Wilson's numbers speak for themselves. Over 1,000 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns, even after adjusting to a new dynamic with Adams in the mix. This makes the speculation about his future with the Jets all the more intriguing. Whether the Jets decide to stick with Aaron Rodgers or move on, the situation with Garrett Wilson is tricky. If they keep Rodgers, he might not be the same quarterback we've seen in the past. Rodgers had an incredible Hall of Fame career, but as we all know, every player eventually hits their limit. On the other hand, if the Jets transition to a new quarterback, it could bring even more uncertainty for Wilson. Wilson is still on the last year of his rookie deal, meaning he's both talented and potentially expensive. But imagine a scenario where the Chargers paired Justin Herbert with Garrett Wilson and McConkey. That trio could be unstoppable, and of course it would come at a cost, both in terms of draft capital and a new contract for Wilson. But the value you're getting is undeniable. Finding great receivers isn't easy. Players like McConkey are rare gems. Teams scour the draft for talent like his, but it's not often you can land a game-changing receiver outside the top picks. Even someone like Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's been exceptional, slipped through the cracks, with 8 other receivers drafted before him who haven't performed nearly as well. The point is, acquiring proven talent like Wilson might make sense for a team ready to compete now. So, what do you think? Is it worth trading for Garrett Wilson? Or should the Chargers stay the course and continue building their core through the draft? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I've seen how effective it can be to build a team from the ground up. Joe Ortiz and Jim Harbaugh are proving they can do this the right way, just like the Lions have done, and turn the Chargers into a powerhouse team sooner rather than later. Watching it all come together is just exciting. Now, coming to the Chargers playoff scenario, the Chargers already secured the playoffs with a dominant win against the Patriots in Week 17 and currently holding the 6th seed in the playoff picture. Now, the Chargers have a real shot at securing the 5th seed. If the Chargers win in the Week 18 game against the Raiders and the Steelers lose, the Chargers claim that 5th spot. If the Chargers get the 5th seed, they'll go up against the Texans in the first round. Why is this such a good thing? Out of all the playoff teams, the Texans are having the hardest time right now. They currently have a record of 9-7, and honestly, that's not a playoff-worthy record. With this record, teams in other divisions are still fighting for their playoff hopes. It's honestly hilarious. However, since they are leading their division, they qualify for the playoffs. They've been struggling to figure out their problems and haven't been playing at their best. For the Chargers, this could mean a much easier start to the playoffs compared to facing stronger, more informed teams. Now, let's talk about the real man behind this huge success. Sports Illustrated recently pointed out that Jim Harbaugh has once again proven why he's a master of delivering results quickly. Under his leadership, the Chargers are shaping up as a legitimate postseason threat, thanks to Justin Herbert's connection with McConkey and a top 10 defense led by defensive coordinator Jesse Minter. This combination sets the team up to be dangerous when it matters most. One thing Harbaugh understands is the importance of a strong running game, especially in late season and playoff football. While the Chargers don't have an explosive, game-changing running back, they've been effective enough to complement their passing game. It's a formula that works. Herbert, McConkey, and the defense keeping games within reach and finding ways to win. Harbaugh has built playoff-ready teams before, and this one feels no different. Looking briefly to the future, the Chargers are expected to finish second in their division, which is already giving insight into their 2025 schedule. Without skipping over the excitement of the current postseason, it's hard not to feel optimistic about how things are shaping up for the seasons ahead. Harbaugh has laid the foundation, and it'll be exciting to see how it all unfolds. Looking ahead to 2025, more of the Chargers' opponents have been revealed. According to the team's website, their AFC East matchup will be against the Miami Dolphins, who are expected to finish second in their division. In total, 15 of the Chargers' 17 games have been announced. For home games, they'll face teams like Philadelphia, Washington, Houston, and Indianapolis. Some exciting matchups that should draw attention to SoFi Stadium. On the road, the Chargers will take on opponents like the Giants, Dallas, Jacksonville, Tennessee, and Miami. The road schedule doesn't look too bad, with most games either indoors or in warm weather locations, aside from the Giants. This setup is great news for a team that's gaining momentum. The Chargers are no longer that team in Los Angeles that gets overlooked because people have other things to do or because their record wasn't worth following. Now, with wins piling up and a bright future ahead, fans have every reason to stay excited. Whether it's big-name teams visiting SoFi or favorable road matchups, the Chargers are positioning themselves to remain competitive. As for the immediate future, the focus is on getting through the upcoming Vegas game and then heading into the playoffs. With Jim Harbaugh at the helm, his playoff-ready coaching style is the perfect fit for this team. The way he operates and prepares his players makes him a postseason force to be reckoned with. So, what are your thoughts? Should the Chargers pursue Garrett Wilson or stick to building through the draft? Share your take in the comments. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. With the playoffs coming up and a promising future, there's a lot to look forward to as we continue following the Chargers journey. See you next time.